Now,
Yeah.
one of them, the four corners, are pretty sagged and worn out, so we've got a lot of float.
A lot of that mushy feeling, the worn out struts, the worn out shocks. You need to replace those about every 50,000 miles, and this girl's gone a lot further than that.
Yeah, now when you do your shocks and your struts, you want to think too about the springs. Now you think, well, they're steel springs, they're rugged, they'll last forever, but they actually don't. They'll fatigue. So over time, you got two issues. Sometimes you'll see them actually break. They spring so many cycles, they'll break. All of a sudden, one corner's drop down lower than the other. You're not going to get the same spring rates. The car's not going to handle safe. Or you might just get one that's sagged over time, and then you get uneven corner balancing. Anybody in racing knows you're trying to get balanced corners. You don't want two wheels pushing down, so you're kind of teetering on those. So you don't get the same grip. So one direction, the car will turn really well. The other direction, not so much. So springs are really important, and instead of getting your strut and then having to replace the spring and do the whole compressor thing, and sometimes it's a little bit scary, you can get a full assembled unit like these from AC Delco.
Now these things are great, man, because they come already assembled. It comes ready to bolt in. Saves you a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, right?
Yeah. Now this guy is pretty easy to get out. Now what we've done is pretty much let all the spring pressure out. This is just sitting here to hold this whole hub assembly. And they typically flop around, so maybe a bungee cord just to kind of hold it up in space, but Jack's there just to kind of let everything sit. I think we've got everything down here. Let me jump up.
It's like 7 bolts, and you have yourself a brand new strut.
It's that easy, so it saves you a ton of time getting an all-in-one unit. Then you've got the upper bearing assembly. Everything is there. There's no indexing of the spring.
It's powder coated, so it's a pretty good gig.
Yeah, you ready to catch that guy? Yep. All right. So I got the 3 simple bolts up here, and the strut will just drop right down. Got her?
Ta-da!
All right.
There it is.
So one thing you want to make sure you do, if you do replace just the strut, is replace your upper bearing, because this is, where your whole assembly is pivoting on. So there's a bearing in here, and you can imagine it's getting a lot of contact, but it's also responsible for the turning of your vehicle. So these will wear out, they'll moan and groan, so you want to replace those. And then here you've got, well, a missing
bump stop.
jounce bumper or bump stop. So this is going to control, you've got a spring rate for ride, so it's nice and plush. But this guy's going to make sure if you hit a big impact, you don't have metal-to-metal contact somewhere and really hurt something.
Or as I like to call them, T-chatters.
Yeah, and we got our ready strut from AC Delco already ready, so we don't have to do any of that work. We can throw it right back in.
And let's do that.
So if you want to fish it up here, there we go, there's one.
Pretty sweet, you can put in a strut that simple, that easy.